We're going live early. Well, guys, I guess I'm a little bit early. You're worse than most women.
I wished I had my boar hair brush here.
Oh my God. I got you spoiled, don't I?
Mm-hmm. And yes, that is boar hawk.
Or a bristle, darling.
Yeah, there's still her hair. There's Red Shed.
Hey, Red Shed. How are you this evening? I'm making fun of him. Can you tell? He's primping his beard. You're a mess. I'm on a few minutes early. I'm glad you came on in. I pushed the button on accident early. We're trying to get a picture for the thumbnail.
There's Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
She says, looking good there, David.
Thank you. Oh, it's been a crazy week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a crazy week. Thank you, Teresa. He's just messing around with me. He's always got to be doing something crazy. Yes, it has. It was a fast week too. Teresa, have I talked to you since I went fishing? Did I tell you how badly sick I got?
You went fishing on the charter boat?
Yes. And I was in 2 to 3 foot waves, and buddy, let me tell ya, I was one hurting child. When I got to his house, which was probably 30 miles away from where we went fishing, I had already gotten sick a couple of times in the truck. Yes, I was green. I was really green. I started to put some of the footage on the channel, and I said, "Oh my goodness, I'm just watching this and I'm getting sick."
Old School says, hello, good evening, everyone.
Hey, James, how's it going? I hope you and Brenda are doing good. I know it's cold where you're at. Imagine it's hard for y'all in this cold weather. But I did catch a sea trout and whiting on that trip, but I was so sick that I left it on the boat, so Brian was stuck with it. So
only problem with a blue cup tonight, Teresa, the tea was bad, so I'm drinking water. Doesn't matter, still a blue cup.
That tea was bad?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should have put it in the refrigerator, huh?
Yeah, the sugar soured.
That is so gross. Why does it do that?
Because it wasn't refrigerated.
It doesn't want to refrigerate it. Is it because I heat it up?
Probably.
But that was yesterday's tea. You do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to hear you're doing good. It's so hard to see them words.
I know, you're sitting too far away. That's why I'm up on it.
Did I take my medicine? No, you're going to have to remind me to take my medicine.
Teresa says ours does that too after a few days. Yeah, we're ready for Christmas. We've already gave each other a Christmas present. We went in together and bought a plucker.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you a little story about this. I don't mind plucking one bird or two birds or something like that. But when you get into plucking as many birds as we got, it ain't fun doing it by hand. My back has been bothering me so bad, and I'm still, the doctor sent me to therapy for it.
There's Pete's little homestead. Hey,
Pete, how's it going? Your live stream was fantastic on there today. I had a great time. Congratulations, by the way. That was his first live stream today. Where was I at? Oh. So I'm going to therapy twice a week now. And I really like my therapist. He's a really cool dude. He knows a lot of holistic stuff, but he's vegan. And I know he wants me to convert to veganism, and that'll never happen. I love my meat too much.
Lee said that this is a family-friendly show. Watch what you say.
What did I say? Did I say something bad?
I don't know. I have no idea. Where's your talk list? You got your list written up?
No, I didn't do that tonight. I'm a bad girl. But I got a lot to talk about, like my getting sick.
Yeah, and the chicken.
But I did luck out, Teresa. Brian's got me some snook. So I'll be able to get that from him. He told me to go by the house and get it, but I just decided that it wasn't a good idea for me to go over there. I was afraid I was going to throw up, and my daughter-in-law would see me; she'd get sick too. I think
Hey, Bub. What's up with you?
Hey, Bub. He mated one of my rabbits, one of my older rabbits, while I was gone, and I think that she's going to deliver any day now. And we mated some of the rabbits that I got from Bub too. What was it, yesterday or today?
Old school with a modern twist said that deer that you cooked looked good.
Oh my word, it was so delicious. I ate way more than I was supposed to, though.
Well, you can tell them our chickens finally got out of molt from the hurricane, and they're starting to lay eggs again.
Oh yes, I'm getting eggs. I'm getting some eggs. I'm so excited. I got 2 eggs today. I was waiting for the girls to deliver them. I mean, I kept watching them. They was making that clucking noise and getting all broody and stuff, trying to have their little chicks or their little eggs. And I was like, look, feel this. It's hot, David. He's laughing at me. I miss my eggs.
To answer your question, we have 2 lion rabbits and we have California longbacks.
And we have what are those Bub giants? I forget. There's another kind that Bub gave that I got from Bub. Traded me out with. some stuff. So, hopefully the plucker will be here tomorrow. So Friday, we're going to be harvesting the rest of the chickens. And we are looking for some, yes, they're meat rabbits. I don't have pet rabbits. All of my rabbits right now are all
for
used
meat,
for breeding.
meat purposes. Is it the chinchillas? Bub says?
Yes.
Chinchilla. Yeah.
Those big ones?
Yeah.
My memory is really bad, Bob. I would have never remembered that. And what was I saying? Oh, Friday we're going to be butchering
Brenda.
all of them. Hey, Brenda, how's it going, honey? And we're going to clean out the other freezer and move all of my meat into the freezer that I can lock because I don't trust the kids with this door on the freezer because they can go in and out of this freezer. And that way, you know, if they want a popsicle or something like that and they try, because my grandson has a mind of his own, he does not he doesn't obey rules all the time.
Well, he's not even 4 yet.
Well, still, he should obey rules and stay out of the freezer. But anyways, so we're going to switch some stuff around. But we should have all of the meat birds in the freezer by Saturday. And between the deer and the meat birds, I am so blessed with that I think that I'm going to have the food that I'm going to need to survive on for the rest of the year. Now, I can't live without bacon. I know it's not on my diet. I know I'm not supposed to have it, but I'm going to eat my bacon.
The chinchilla has big litters.
Cool. Cool. I'm very excited. Those are the ones we just bred. And I was a little bit worried that these California whites would.
I like any kind of meat that's relaxed back.
I'm
just answering.
Don't know what I was saying.
I'm sorry.
You're all right. Well, what was I saying? Oh, I know what I was saying. I was concerned because he mated those rabbits, that pair that I had set back. He mated them while I was gone. He didn't mate any of the ones that I got from you, Bub. So we just did that. I was afraid that the heat change and everything would make them sterile. So I wanted to wait at least until it cooled down some here. It isn't cooled down because we're still in the 80s.
No.
Yes, we have been in the 80s.
Tomorrow, high is 70.
Okay, but we have been in the 80s all this time.
Today, we had a front come in today and it started cooling off, so we started breeding.
So I'm hoping that that'll work. And I'm hoping that we felt of the California rabbit out there, and she feels like she's pregnant. So we'll see. And we put the box in and put some hay in there and everything for her to nest up, and we're praying that she has them tonight. I think with this front coming in, that's when they usually have stuff like this. I just gotta love this computer cord. Okay.
Okay, it's working now.
Let me know if it turns green again.
Okay.
What are they saying?
It is in the 30s here, old school says.
I like cold weather, but as you can tell, I got the window open and it's hot here. Let me see where's my phone?
I don't know. Right here.
Thank you, darling.
Okie dokie.
Let's see here. It is 69 degrees now. The high today was 81, and the low will be 68.
Teresa says it's cold here too and getting a little snow next week.
Who was it? Oh, my sister's in Tennessee, and she called me last night and she said, "You're not going to believe this, sis. I'm standing in snow. It's snowing."
Yeah, it's cold in Ohio.
Hey, Christy, is it snowing where you're living? I think she lives in Tennessee.
And the chinchilla is an excellent mama.
Cool. We learned a lot today about our animals. I don't know about you guys, but we also clip their toenails and stuff. So, and I don't like to make them too. When I have
Christy's in Alabama.
Oh, okay.
And it's warm there.
I don't know why I thought she was in
Tennessee
near
no snow.
Country Girl.
It's warm. Bub says it's 38 here. That's warm compared to 14.
Yeah.
31 degrees at Pete's little homestead.
Wow.
That's good sleeping weather, ain't it, Pete?
And I would enjoy that. Although I have to say, since I've lost all the weight, I find that I have gotten a little chilled a couple of times, and I'm able to wear warmer clothes.
Christy says I'm buying property in Tennessee, but no house there yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you had already moved. I'm sorry. My brain. So did you move the dog to your place in Alabama? You said Alabama's where she's at?
He said, yeah, with a big quilt. It's good sleeping weather.
I make quilts. I made some pretty fine quilts.
Brenda, that's a heat wave, ain't it? 37?
Brenda, today, Pete, I don't know if you caught that. I think you did. I want to say if I remember you acknowledging me saying this, but Brenda is such a good friend that she called me to other homesteaders. She called me today to let me know that he was on live so that I could go on and check out his channel.
Teresa says
he went on live today.
Teresa says, same here, Cathy. She gets cold now too because of the weight loss more often.
And let me tell you something. I have not been sweating like I was doing before, even in 80 degrees weather. Before I was like, I'd walk outside and it would just be running off me, the sweat. And it's not like that no more.
Christy said the puppies left on the Tennessee property got adopted out.
Cool. Yeah, pretty much a.
Yeah, Brenda.
What did
Brenda's,
that say?
Huh?
What did Brenda just say? Yeah, pretty much what?
Pretty much a heat wave here.
Oh, okay.
And Pete's little homestead says Brenda is awesome. Yes, she is.
She is awesome. All you guys are awesome. I really, really, really love this community. And I don't want to make anybody cry anymore. But I'm going to tell you something. Y'all have changed my life. I feel like I have just come out of my shell. I was afraid to do I was afraid of everything after.
Better do something with that.
It's on.
Okay.
It's white.
All right. Brenda says now I'm blushing.
With the all the sickness and everything that I went through, I was scared for a while there.
Yeah, y'all ought to be happy about getting her out of her feeling sorry for herself. Keeps her mind occupied. Yeah. Red Shed, are you in the
Thank you, Bob.
southern or
Love you
northern
too.
Ohio?
And I just feel like it feels so natural to be able to talk to you guys about raising rabbits and raising quail and chickens and broilers and gardening stuff. It's so natural. And I get so baffled when I see these people that look at me and say,
Old school says you're getting more old school.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're trying to get back to basics.
I've actually had friends say to me, what on earth would you do all that for? Why are you doing that? Majority of people want to come here and see my place and see what I'm doing here, but I'm very private. So I don't invite very many people here. I enjoy.
Yeah, my mom was that way too, Brenda. She made Christmas awesome. You know, so she says she misses her mom this time of year.
This is the first Christmas since Linda passed away that I have put a tree up. I put a little teeny tree over there.
Bub says 3 weeks ago I figured out I had all the male quails in one cage. Ha ha.
No wonder you didn't get any.
Well, they're not going to lay in the wintertime anyway.
He's getting eggs.
Is he?
He was getting eggs whenever he pulled and hatched out eggs, but then none of them hatched because none of them was fertile. Too bad you didn't know that. You could have ate them all. Bub, do you eat pickled eggs? They make really, really delicious pickled eggs.
Yes, they do. And beet juice.
I kind of spoiled him with them. And they're perfect bite size.
Christy says this is the first Christmas I haven't put a tree up.
Wow.
Old school's near Dayton, Ohio.
I made up my mind, and y'all can take this for what it's worth, but I made up my mind I am not going to let the devil win. He is not going to take my joy away from me. Linda would not want me to be sorrowful and sad during Christmas or any other holiday or any day of the week. And my dad wouldn't want me to feel that way either.
Teresa says she loves quail pickled eggs.
So
Pickled quail eggs. I said that backwards.
I am doing my best to be upbeat and enjoy my life and go on with life and be thankful that I'm still here. I am a living miracle. So,
Bub says I tickled about 50 eggs already. The quail is laying like crazy right now for some reason.
Far out.
That's good, Bub.
I hope you're hatching them. You can hatch them as fast as you can. You can do that. What we like to do is hatch them so that we can call them in like 8-10 weeks. It makes it really easy, and then you're not using a lot of feed. And David's really great at choosing the females that are the best layers and the best producers. Getting better birds from them.
That's what I did for Bub. I pulled the best ones I had.
Do they laugh when you tickle them?
Well, let me ask you a question, Bub. Do you float test your eggs before you incubate them? Yeah, they giggle like crazy, he says. Yeah, y'all hit the thumbs up for us.
Hey, I got to tell you guys something. I got Evel Knievel today. My grandson, I have to show you this picture. Well, maybe I can. I don't know if he had his. He might have been in his.
Not supposed to be showing children on here, are you?
No, he's in shorts. No. He is standing on top of my compost bin and leaning on the old clothesline.
Chrissy says when the devil comes at her, he makes him worry. And then she laughed. Mr. Willie.
Hey, Mr. Willie, how are you this evening?
Have you recovered from being with President Lee? No, she has.
No, I need some more. I can't get enough of President Lee.
Okay, old school. Good night. Have a good evening.
Miss Lady Teresa.
Thanks for coming in.
Who's leaving?
Old school with a modern.
Bye, person. James. Give Brenda a hug for me. Where was I going? Oh, so I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, and I don't know if y'all know it, but I homeschool my grandkids, and I've been teaching them their alphabet and stuff like that, so that because they're both going to start school next year, I think.
Mr. Willie wants to know how you're doing.
I'm hanging in there. I'm having some issues with my upper back, and I tripped while I was on the phone with him out trying to what was I doing? Catching birds and putting them up last night, and my lower back is out and it is hurting me really bad. But I ain't gonna let that devil get a hold of me.
Yeah, I got one, bub. I haven't put it up yet, but I've got a float testing a video on that. You don't want eggs. It's a waste of time to put them in the incubator if they don't lay on the bottom. Perfectly true. Square, not floating up on one side or the other.
They won't hatch if they float at all.
Okay, Red Shed. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Red Shed. Have a great night.
You too. Have a good evening. Mr. Willie said, hope you feel better soon, Cathy, and I turned 41 today.
Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Willie. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Hey, Agwild.
Nebraska.
How are you? You guys are cold right now, ain't you?
Quail eggs. That's what we were talking about hatching. And I always float test mine because you can't candle them.
I tried my best today to get me some more silkies. I want to get some other colors. I only got the male silky.
White silky.
And I found out I still have two of the birds that actually I got three birds that I hatched out from my first silkies. I have the number 2 Mr. Silky, and then I have two, I don't know what they are.
14 degrees in Nebraska.
Whew. Honey, I've got to open that window more. I am sweating to death.
And Mr. Willie wants us to send that warm weather up to him. The wind's blowing the wrong way, Mr. Willie.
So what was I saying? Birds. So I'll keep talking while I walk over there and open that window more. Anyways, I hatched out the chicks and they're all full grown now. And I found out that I got a lot of males in that. So that rooster must have been throwing some boys. So I'm hoping that this silky starts throwing some girls. Because I want more females. And I might just break down and buy some. The fellow that I have that I got these last chickens from, he has just females, so I don't have to worry about growing up a chick that's male. Because I'm sure the neighbors don't like the crowing, especially when it was at my rooster has brain damage at was it 10:30 or 11 o'clock last night? He was crowing in his little house.
Mm-hmm.
In the coop, mind you, with all of his girls up with him. He's crowing. But one of the other ones is a male I know, and I'm not sure about the other one. They both look the same, but I've never seen the other one crow. And the little red thing on its head is smaller.
I told you how to tell. Wing size.
Well, we need to catch him and look at his wing size. So we've got a lot of work to do. Let's see. Tomorrow we're going to be putting up fence. Hopefully. I've got to get that fence up. I can't even do my garden. I can't. I'm scared to death to clear out all that grass and stuff because the dogs and cats and stuff will go up in my garden and come into my chicken run.
Christy says she don't have a rooster. The one she had a while started crowing at 2 a.m.
What is that? What is with that? They got brain damage or something.
It's crowing, she said. Why would they crow at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know. Well, that one was crowing 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Why would they crow then?
Well, when I was on a 40-acre farm, I remember them crowing at daylight, but never all night long or in the middle of the night. Hi, Brenda. Good
Welcome
to have
back,
you.
Brenda. What does that say?
Egg Wild says their clock is broke.
Some
the
roosters
rooster's
are
clock is
aggravating.
broke. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. But I read that out loud too, and you didn't catch it. Bub, you're a mess. So I'm not convinced, but Mr. David here thinks that my girl, Ginger, come here, Ginger. Ginger, come up here. Come up here. Come here. Oh, y'all can't see her. Come here, girl. She ain't gonna come up here because she knows she's not allowed to.
Nope.
Watch the cord, baby girl.
Nope.
Anyways, he thinks she's pregnant.
With Fred's babies. The dog that I lost while she was gone.
Come here, Greg. Come here, girl. So how long does a dog take to have babies?
9 weeks.
9 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So she was in heat before he passed away, and that's been a month ago.
Yeah.
She could be.
Christy said that maybe because I'm in the city, the rooster was protesting. And then Mr. Willie says if a rooster makes noise in North Carolina, they become fried chicken or barbecued chicken. That's what I had for dinner tonight, barbecued chicken breast, and it was a broiler. Man, that meat's good. Hard to beat.
What I did was I cheated. I make a whole chicken, and then I take that chicken and make several meals out of it.
TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. Hello, welcome.
Hey, welcome. I take that chicken, I put that chicken in the oven and baked it. Then I took and cut it all up. And he and I ate the first night. The breasts were so big that, because I can only have 2 ounces of meat. So he and I ate one side of the breast. And then I split it up in several other meal packages, and I vacuum sealed it. And then he was supposed to take it home, but he didn't, the other breast, because I figured that would be a couple meals for him, perfect size for him, right? Well, that second breast is lasted us, because I pulled it out and opened it and made myself a sandwich with it.
Patty Gilbert just dropped in.
Hey Patty, how's it going, honey? I made a sandwich with that for lunch. Was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then today I pulled it out and I warmed it and put barbecue sauce on it. And so he had a meal of it tonight. And there's still enough in there for me or him to make a sandwich out of it for tomorrow. So I try to make the meat last, and I try to make it after it's cooked. I can make it several different types of ways. Like tonight, all I did was warm it up and put barbecue sauce on it, so he had barbecue chicken.
Christy Bett says barbecue got the dogs in. I guess that's what that means. BRB.
Be right back.
Oh, be right back.
Got to get the dogs.
Oh, okay.
He's got barbecue on the mind, guys.
Yeah.
So, anyways, too, now I do like fried chicken. I do like stuff like that, and I do like to make soups and all that kind of stuff. But
no, bub, if you put them in the incubator, do not float them now. You have to do that before you put them in there, and they have to be bone dry.
He lets them dry before he starts the incubator. So what I did with the chicken that we cut up, I vacuum sealed the wings individually so that I can go and cook me a wing and have it ready. And that's the perfect amount of meat for me. So when he ain't around or the kids ain't around, I don't have to make as much meat. And with the deer, I've been able to cook it and section it out into several meals, and then all I have to do is warm it up and it's ready. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do with the preparation of the chicken too. I'd like to cut some of them up and make can them so that they're ready to go.
Teresa says that's a good idea. She's always been good at that.
And
she's even going to make me some of her big giant biscuits that are about that big around and about yay thick. She's going to freeze them, so I'll have them.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something.
Oh, Red Shed's back. The boys were already asleep. Welcome back.
Cool. Thank you for coming back. But so my daughter-in-law said she's already froze the meat that my son got. So if he doesn't get any more right away, I can just take one of the fillets that he's already frozen. But I told her, I said, I'd rather wait for you to get a new piece of meat. That way I can cut it up into the size that I need to.
You're crazy, bub. You're going to candle them in 10 days. Okay.
Have you ever tried to candle quail eggs? It is almost impossible. They're very difficult to see through. Even with a candling flashlight that I bought him, it is very hard to see.
He's just being smart and facetious. He's still jealous because I still got my blue cup. See, bub?
Stop being a brat. I'm glad he's teasing you, bub, and not me. So anyways, if I can, that fillet is usually about that big. I can get at least 10 to 14, maybe 15 meals out of one fillet of fish for myself. What does that say?
Laughing out loud, they hard on you tonight, bub. Well, that's what happens, Teresa, when he starts being facetious. You can't candle quail eggs. He's just being, I hope he
Thanks,
is.
Thanks, guys, for the thumbs up, too. Appreciate that. I just looked up there and we got 8 thumbs up and 9 people in here. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I broke down and was really rotten today. I made the kids brownies and David brownies before they went home with their mom and dad. So they're probably bouncing off the wall.
Well, what's Grandpa and Grandma for?
That's
Sugar
right.
them up and send them home.
That's what you're for. I don't do that normally. I do miss having fresh seafood. Oh, I can't wait until shrimp season starts going. I think it's in January or February that we do a lot of.
Patty says, haha, good job, Grandma.
Shrimp season is a lot of fun. I like dipping shrimp and I like catching them in cages too. And I saved all my chicken necks for crabbing.
And Mr. Willie says, a lady at my church made me some lemon pound cake.
She's spoiling you. My granddaughter
is coming to visit next month with my son and his wife.
Oh, that is so cool. I hope you have a great time.
It's Mr. Willie's birthday and he got a lemon pound cake. Ooh, doggy.
I like lemon pound cake. I'm not a sweet eater, but I do like pound cake. And I do like apple cakes.
Patty says she canned apples for the first time today. Also an apple cakes for the neighbors.
She canned apple cakes or?
No, she canned apples for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Also apple cakes for neighbors. And okay. Brenda says she's never had a birthday cake.
I'm sorry, Brenda.
Bud says I candled the last batch with a phone and could see the babies inside, and I hatched 10.
Oh, I'm surprised there. I'm glad you could see them.
Christy's mom used to make chocolate pound cake.
I love carrot cake. But he had me make a carrot cake um out of the box, and it was not the good kind. It was just the real dense kind. I like the real fluffy kind of.
Bub says he's going to get him another blue cup.
And I like
Bye,
turnovers.
Pete. Pete's Little Homestead. We'll see you. Good night.
Thanks for stopping in, Pete. See you next time, I hope. Next Wednesday night. And I'll be watching for you. Are you going to be going on Wednesdays during the day? If you're still on here, let me know.
He's probably going to have a video after this one. That's why might be why he's leaving. I don't know. It's just what
he went on earlier today. Right?
That's what Patty just said. Happy birthday to Red Shed.
Not sure yet. Okay. Well, let me know when you decide what time your lives are going to be, and I'll make sure that I'm on yours too. Okay.
Oh, Brenda's going to break down and give Bub another blue cup. She needs a visit anyway. Pete says he's not sure yet.
I just put up a collaboration video for Pete's Little Homestead. Oh, talking about collaborations. Did you add my video to that collaboration? I don't know how to do that. And I hopefully I will be able to do my video on the Black Sapote. Brenda, were you able to do anything with yours?
And Teresa, we mailed you some more Black Sapotes today.
You ain't supposed to tell her.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Man, you got a big mouth. You can't tell this man any secrets because he will blab.
Bub's looking forward to seeing Teresa so he can get his blue cup so he can ride me, see. I am so ready for these puppies to go to bed, rowdy rascals. That's Christy.
I don't know what in the world I'm going to do with puppies if I have puppies. That's not something I want.
Yeah, oops, David. Yeah, David messed up.
Hopefully Teresa didn't hear. Thanks, David. Lee said, "You sure that's water?"
Yeah, it's water. I'm just severely tired because she works me to death.
Oh, you lie. You ain't been up here in days. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I got work to do down there, too.
Now the cat is wrestling puppies. Aw.
She did hear.
Oh. There's something else in there. If he says it, I'm going to swear I'm going to knock him out into next year.
No, I ain't saying nothing.
There's a couple of extra things in there.
I didn't know.
And when did they say it would get there?
Monday to the middle of next week.
Hopefully the other stuff will last that long. It's supposed to be 3 days.
Teresa says that black sapote made some awesome pudding. Can't wait to get my video up. Hint, hint.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I want to do my video, and I think I'm going to make. Pancakes. I just thought, hey, I've made banana pancakes before, and they say it's the same thing. So I think I'm going to make pancakes.
Hey, Teresa, I might send you some white sapotes.
Now I have to tell you, Teresa, this lady, I met this really cool lady at the therapy thing. She brings in star fruit and stuff like that to them. And she brought them some kale and some chard, I think, or something. I don't remember what else she brought them. Oh, and bananas she brought them. And oh, she let me taste the bananas. They were so good. I'm gonna get some pups from her, I hope, so that I can grow some more bananas that are actually good eating bananas, like these awful nasty things that never give me any bananas.
Grandma's so happy homestand sounds good. She's in here now.
Cool. Welcome, Grandma. Anyways, this lady that
Okay, bub, we'll see you when you get back.
All right. This lady.
Which comment did we miss, Mr. Willie?
Where's my thing? Hang on. I'll go up and see. And turn it on. Tell me when you see him. Yes, it was nice to hear
her to do that. I'm not sure that's the one he's talking.
If anyone wants some fresh seafood
and barbecue, come to North Carolina.
Ah! We'll remember that, Mr. Willie.
Yeah, I read it, but I didn't comment on it. Sorry about that.
Awesome seafood and
barbecue.
Cool.
Yeah, I seen that, Mr. Willie, but there was so much going on with.
You better watch it, boy. You'll be in trouble tonight. Now what was I saying? Oh, the lady that I met that's into growing things too, like I am. She said that she just eats the black sapotes like they are raw. She just eats them.
Teresa says, "No, come to Kentucky and get more deer."
Oh, we are definitely going to be looking in Kentucky. We have talked about it, and I think that would be our best bet. I think that building wise and tax wise, I think that they're a better fit for us. I ain't about people looking over my shoulder what I'm building, what I'm doing. Some of these poor channels, and they have constant trouble with.
Oh yes, she can, Mr. Willie. She can fight. I don't want to make her mad. But the truth is I like it when she hits me.
Shut up, David. Too much information. Oh my word.
You've told him that before. That I like abuse.
He's sick. My hair hurts. My hair is falling out, guys.
Oh, that's.
If we ain't going there, you say anything, I promise I will hurt you tonight. But I got the sweetest compliment. How old is Mary? Chaffin.
90.
She's more than 90.
She's 90 plus.
Is she 90?
Yeah.
Anyways, this wonderful lady that's lived next to David's family, where he grew up, they've lived door to each other for at least
50
years, 50 plus years. And I went by the produce stand and I got some of the bags and I took her in. I came to cut her and her son's hair for them, and I brought her in one of the bags, and she just was ecstatic. I used to take her shopping all the time when I had the little car and I could afford to drive it more. I would go down, and of course, I had Ashley in school too, so I didn't have to worry about, rushing right back home to Coco and then going back to pick her up. Because I don't know if y'all knew or not, I used to drive back and forth to Melbourne, which is 30 miles away, every single day, twice a day. And
Mr. Willie says
now that Ashley's grown and out of school, I don't have to do that anymore. But she gave me the sweetest compliment. She called me after going on and on about the bag. She called me up and she said, "Cathy, you're just the sweetest. I can't believe you brought me this." So I think every week now I am going to go out of my way to make sure that I take her a bag or two from the produce stand whenever I can. What do you think? Is that a good idea?
Yeah, Mr. Willie says someone tall as Cathy, I wouldn't want her to hit him. And Christy says, wow, live next to somebody that long, it's like family.
Yeah, they are like family. I love them very much. She's like, when she fell and it scared me. I thought we were going to lose her. But she's kicked back, and she's got a little bit of forgetfulness, but she's doing really good. And
well, I'll tell you, Mr. Willie, Cathy's mellowed out quite a bit, because when she was 18, she's jumped on a man's hood and drug him out of his car once.
I did not jump on his hood, honey.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. He jumped on my hood. Get the story right. He did too.
Okay.
I was pregnant. I couldn't jump on anybody's hood.
Okay.
Okay, now I have to tell you this story because he's got it all screwed up. I was pregnant. I was leaving my home in Canal Groves, and I was coming up US 1, and this little jerk decided that he was going to slam on his brakes over and over because he didn't like it that I came out in front of him. For some stupid reason, it was a 4-lane or 2-lane highway. What is it? 4-lane? 2-lane? How do you say that? 2-lane highway. So he could have gone around me, no big deal. I stayed in the outside lane, but he didn't like it because I pulled out onto the road, evidently. So he kept going in front of me and stopping his vehicle. And I had this great big huge Oldsmobile, and it's hard to stop a big vehicle like that with not great brakes, and it would stall sometimes. I mean, I was how old was I?
18.
Yeah, because I was pregnant with Brian. Was I pregnant with Brian, or was I?
Brian.
Oh, yes, it was Brian. Okay, so anyways, mind you, I'm screaming at him, and I made him, I'm laying on the horn screaming, pull over, pull over. I didn't get this red hair for no reason now. I can get mad. I have my babies in the back. My Linda was in the back and my nephew Denny was in the back seat. And back then we didn't have car seats. They didn't have child's car seats. They were in seat belts. And I was madder than a hornet. And I was 9 months pregnant. I was ready to deliver anytime. So he come out of his vehicle and no, he didn't come out of his vehicle. I'm sorry. I got out of my vehicle and went up to his vehicle and was screaming at him and pointing my finger. And he called me a nasty name, and I reached in there and smacked the shit out of him. Excuse the expression.
Well,
he got out of the car. He don't know because he wasn't there. He got out of the car, and I'm ready to jack his jaws. I mean, I got my duffels up ready to wail on him. The chick that's in the car is screaming his name and saying, "She's gonna kill you! You better get out of there." Well, then the dude starts running from me. So I'm chasing him, 9 months pregnant now, at a railroad crossing. We just come over the railroad crossing. And these worker guys pull up in their screen and they start hollering, "You need help! You need help!" I said, "Yeah, catch him! I'm going to kill him! I'm going to kill him!" So, mind you, I was so angry that I drove from Cocoa all the way through Merritt Island, and out to Cocoa Beach, where my mother worked. She was the manager at Crystal Restaurant out there on the beach. And when I walked in the door with the kids, she immediately knew that something was wrong. Now, that's a 20-minute drive. Because my face was still fire engine red. I was so mad.
Mr. Willie says, "Whatever say, Cathy, she is right, and learn that, David, and you would be safe." Yeah, and Brenda says, "You sound just like me now."
Brenda, I'm going to tell you something. I was ready to hurt that boy.
Yeah, when you mess with Mama Bear, yeah.
I'm telling you, I slammed on my brakes over and over. He kept, like he wanted me to hit him. And back then, I didn't know that people actually did that to make you hit them. I don't know if that's what he was trying to do or what, but man, was I mad. I could have hurt him really bad.
If this was on, Mr. Willie says, if this was on video, it would be viral.
So, Mr. Willie, are you telling me that I need to tell this story on a video?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. And Bub, you know how he thinks. He says, "Cathy, did you get a burger and a fry when you got to the Crystals?"
Oh yes. And I got me. They had the best chocolate shakes back then, and I used to dip my French fries in them. They were so good. I love them burgers, man. Mom would get like they had like some kind of time limit or something like that, and they had to make the rules back then were really, really weird. They literally had to make up so many burgers and have them ready for the next people to come in. And sometimes the next people didn't come in, and after a certain length of time, they weren't allowed to sell them.
Yeah, I agree, Brenda. You don't mess with Mama Bears when it comes to kids.
So we were able to bring them home sometimes. or sometimes my mom would buy them, and we would freeze them in the freezer, and then I would pull them out of the freezer and I'd cut them open where the meat was open, and I would put them in the oven and toast them and put mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup on them. Oh my God, they're the best. I could just taste them now, but I couldn't. I can't eat them no more.
Chrissy says, "Oh yeah, French fries and shakes." Linda was that way too. She used to have me take her to Wendy's a lot so she could dip her fries in her Frosty.
I don't know why that tastes so good. And I don't know whatever made me do that as a kid, but my sister used to eat mustard on her French fries. I eat mayonnaise on my French fries too. I don't anymore because that's not a good thing, but yeah, those were the days. I used to. I don't know. I grew up. How far would you say Merritt Island is from Cocoa Beach? 10 miles or more?
8.
Not from where I lived.
Well,
At least 10 miles from where I lived. I used to ride my bicycle at 8 or 9 years old all the way out to the beach, go swimming, go down to the Crystals where my mom worked and have lunch, get back on my bicycle and ride all the way back home, and never worried about a thing. I wouldn't let my 17-year-old daughter do that today.
Teresa says she likes mustard on fries too, but not anymore. And then Mr. Willie says, I got a feeling that teachers were scared to have Cathy at the PTA meetings.
Mr. Willie, I got a spanking every single day of 7th grade. Every single day. The only time I ever cried is when I beat up my girlfriend and they spanked her first.
Christy says, my daughter told somebody, you think my mama will get you. You haven't met my grandma.
One of the days I got a spanking in 7th grade was when it was my very first day in typing. And I think I was halfway through the year that year. Typing was on the 2nd semester. And we had this elderly Black lady who taught typing and decided that it was a proper thing to do by taking a ruler and smacking people's hand when they didn't hold their hands right on the typewriter.
Well,
I'm going to tell you something.
You don't do that to a redhead. That's my opinion.
You don't do that to me, period. I told her as she laid one hand on me, when she reached up to hit me with that thingy, I told her I snatched my hands back and I said, I ain't going to say the word I called her. If you hit me, I promise it'll be the last person that you hit in this class. So, and some other things I said to her. So I went to Mr. Corley and got a good spanking, and I told him, I said, I'm warning you, if she hits me, I'm going to hurt her. He said, I think we'll reschedule you for a different class, Miss Cathy. So I got a different class. Yeah, but most of the teachers loved me. I didn't fight with girls. I fought with boys.
Bub said, I don't eat ketchup. I like mustard on my fries.
Good for you. My sister does too. I don't know if she still does. I'll have to ask her.
Brenda took a ruler away from a teacher for that.
Oh, yeah? Was it in typing class?
Miss
I have to say this. I have to say this about the birds before I forget.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I have never seen a chicken liver as big as that bird's was. That chicken liver was every bit of that big. And I cooked that and I had more than I could eat. It was so good. Oh, was it ever good? I can't wait to have chicken livers tomorrow. We'll take some out and cook them.
It don't matter, Mr. Willie. He says, as a black person, I am sorry for that. Well,
It does. I'm just saying that it had nothing to do with the fact that she was black, but she was just mean. My favorite teacher of my whole school experience was black, and her name was Mrs. Murphy, and she was my first grade teacher. And she followed me from one school that I started at and went to my school that I pretty much went the rest of the years in. I had first grade at a different school, and then second through sixth grade at Tropical.
And then Brenda says, no, it was an algebra. Must have been an algebra teacher, Brenda, that used to hit you on the hands. They used to be bad about doing that when I went to school in Catholic schools. They'd hit you. But I'm not a Catholic.
We had this one little puny.
Back then, let me reiterate this. I'm not a Catholic. I just know in Catholic schools they used to do that quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, can I say what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had this little puny dude called Mr. Ratliff that lived down the street from us too. He was a nice guy to me, but man, I'm telling you, he used to just literally be nasty to the boys. He would get up in their front and he would poke them like that. And he did my cousin like that, and my cousin hauled off and blacked his eye. I mean, he started wailing on him. I'm telling you, he didn't do that to my cousin no more. That was Ricky. My other cousin, he was really little. And back in the day, whenever corporal punishment was going on, my cousin Benny got spanked by a principal, and that principal almost got beat too.
Where'd you go, Mr. Willie?
Because he left him.
Say something.
He left him with bruises all over his bottom. My uncle went into the school. That's the only thing I can say good about that man, was he went into the school and stuck up for my cousin Benny and said, you ever lay a hand on my son again and I will hurt you.
Mr. Willie's still here.
Cool.
Good. Christy Betts says she hates pokers.
I don't think that's right. You should never poke somebody in the chest. What does that say?
Bub says, I was a little pain in the butt going to school. I would get a whooping and look at them and ask, is that all you got?
Me too, Mr. Bub. I'm telling you something. My grandma would get a hold of these little I have the serum cherries bushes that she used to have us go and pull the limbs off of, and I'd have blood running down my legs and I'd still laugh at her. As mean as they come. I mean, I don't know what softened me. I guess having kids, I don't know. But I stopped fighting, I guess, after Becky was born.
Yeah.
He learned hard. Don't get between me and somebody else whenever I'm mad. I was beating the far out of my cousin, and he decided to hold me, and she's wailing on me, and he got hit too.
That would be a sight to see, Mr. Willie. I would love to see Cathy and President Lee go on a road trip. That would be a sight.
We have been on a road trip, but fortunately for Teresa, she was up front with me. Can you imagine? She'd have to go to sleep or something or put earplugs in.
And then the bub says that would be funny as heck, Cathy and Lee on a road trip. And then Teresa says Lee is a mess, Mr. Willie.
Oh my goodness gracious. We have gone over our time tonight.
Yeah, but it's been fun.
It has been fun. I don't want to hang up. But I am getting tired, and I do have to put him to work tomorrow putting up fence because he wants to put his trailer, his closed in trailer here. And I'm so excited. I have had dreams of living moving back, going back and forth to Kentucky and us pulling our stuff, Teresa.
Can I answer, Mr. Willie?
Can you let me finish what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Us carrying some of our stuff back and forth because he's got a closed trailer that he used for his lawn equipment. But go ahead.
Mr. Willie says the reason why Cathy stopped fighting because she ran out of people to fight. No, that's not it. God got a hold of her.
Yes, he really did. He softened my heart and made me realize.
Good night, Brenda.
That my temper was my worst enemy. It takes a lot to get me riled up. Depend. Don't hurt a kid. That'll get me riled up instantly. But it doesn't. I've learned to be able to control my temper, and that came with a lot of prayer and a lot of getting to know myself and what makes me boil. What'd she say?
Teresa, in a nutshell, says she's going to send us the classified so we can look for property.
Cool. I think Higgs is looking for us too.
Yeah, Mr. Willie, it's good she's calmed down. Yeah. Because at one time in her life, she was afraid of nothing or nobody.
I'm still not afraid of much.
No.
But I'm a little bit more cautious than I was.
God has a way of getting a hold of you when you're running the bus route for as many years as we did.
Yep. God has a way of getting hold of your heart when you accept him into your life and you put him first and you know that he's your savior. When you go through that and you accept Christ in your heart, everything changes. And that's what happened.
Yeah, she's still not afraid.
No, because if I was afraid, I probably would have brought my little pea shooter with me on my trip, but I am not afraid. Believe you me, I have more ways to hurt you than Let me tell you another little story before we get off here. David, Mr. Big David. We're in a conversation. I watched Oprah Winfrey one day, and she's all about taking care of yourself as a woman and how to fight back and how to not let a man hurt you. And we had a big old waterbed, right? And he says, I said, honey, I learned how to flip a man so easily. on Oprah Winfrey today. And he's like, there is no way in the world that you would ever be able to flip me. And about that time, I grabbed a hold of him and flipped him over the bed. He about crapped his britches. It was hilarious. But I was only, what, 22, 23 years old. It was so funny. The kids was laughing. They told that story for a long, long time. Mama flipped daddy over the bed.
Brenda says, I'm good with people as long as they're not mean to kids or elderly people. Then I come unglued. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Bub says, David, you keep interrupting Cathy. She's going to put a whooping on your butt. Ha ha.
He's going to enjoy it too.
No, I shouldn't challenge Cathy, Mr. Willie.
No, because I probably wouldn't hold back. And now that I have a plate in my neck, I'd fight even harder than I would before.
I don't know what that means, Brenda. ROTFMAO. I
don't know what it means either. But it doesn't matter. It's probably not something that wants to be said out loud, right?
No, that's probably why it's all in caps and it's,
I'm getting hungry now.
Mm-hmm.
I worked up an appetite, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't hungry earlier.
You need to hang out for 9 more minutes.
Oh my goodness, you and your minute thing.
Well,
I'm just enjoying my friends.
I know.
I ain't worried about the minutes.
I know.
We have had a lot of fun here tonight, guys. Rolling on the floor, laughing.
My A off.
Okay. I'm glad you clarified that for him. I knew it wasn't something that you wanted to, type out. So pray for us. This week is going to be crazy. We are going to be putting up fence tomorrow. Then the next day we're going to be calling chickens.
Okay, Mr. Willie, WTF is a short version of a very popular cuss word.
Yep. Yes, it has been a great chat. Thanks, Teresa. Let's see. Where was I going? Let me look at my little thingy here.
You were saying that we're going to be butchering birds on processing or calling birds on Friday. And that's where you left off.
Okay. So on Friday, Saturday, we're going to be bagging them up and hopefully finishing the fence. And Sunday is church day. Monday, I can't remember what I'm doing Monday. Tuesday, I've got all 4 grandkids Tuesday because Ashley's going on a field trip with the kids Tuesday.
Good night, Mr. Willie.
Oh, Saturday, I've got the kids too.
Happy birthday, Mr. Willie.
Happy birthday, Willie. My pastor's having a couples thing for the young people at our church at Christmas party thingy at his house.
I'm going to subscribe to Mr. Willie when I get back to the house.
But so I'm going to be having a lot of children. I got the hiccups now.
That's what happens when you get hungry.
And I promise there's only water in here.
Now watch out, Bub's going to say something now.
So I'm going to be having kids all week this week. I don't think I'm going to have any days off except for Sunday. So, and I'm gonna, tomorrow, I don't know, the kids will probably be in our way while we're doing the fence, but maybe they'll help. I don't know. We'll see. I know they did try to help when we were doing the chickens. So they'll probably help on that Friday. We'll see.
I gave her mother one of those chickens, Teresa, and they just rant and raved about how good it was, how tender it was.
I had her come and pick one. Well, I told her to come and pick it up, and she didn't pick it up that day, so she picked it up the next morning, and they made it yesterday. Oh, every one of them have told me it was so good. I'll never ever ever eat a chicken right after calling it the same day again ever, because they're so much better when they've been put in ice for 24 to 48 hours.
And
I can't read that.
Teresa says that's great. I can't wait to do ours in the spring. Yeah, they were very good, Teresa.
Our Christy, I won't be able to get a nap on Sunday. That was one of the other things. I'm in the choir at my church, and we're going to be doing our Christmas. I can't say it's a cantata this year because it's not a full cantata, but it's a Christmas special Sunday. So
well, you need to get some content, Mr. Willie. I bet you ain't that ugly.
Stop it. Y'all have to understand, he has a weird way of picking at people. Let's see here. I know, Teresa, I'm telling you, you are going to enjoy the difference in the birds. You ain't going to enjoy plucking them, though. I'm telling you right now. I might just have to take a road trip and bring my plucker with me when it's time. We'll have to talk about this. Maybe that'll get me back up your way.
Mr. Willie says, I am the same way, I guess. And Teresa says, I bet Mr. Willie could teach us some things.
I bet he could.
I bet he's a great barbecue man.
Do you like to cook, Mr. Willie?
Christy says, Burr, it's getting cold. Hey, Grandma, so happy homestead. Happy birthday, Mr. Willie. Sorry I was listening, but not by my computer.
Well, thank you for listening. I need all the watch hours I can get. I am only 2 away from 600, guys. I'm so excited. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for my 1,000 subscriber thing. I was hoping that I'd get it before the end of the year, but I just don't see it happening.
Mr. Willie's a barbecue man. He said
Cool.
Yeah. And Teresa says, yay.
Oh, that's right. He did say barbecue and seafood. Huh?
Yeah. Teresa says, yay. We will pay for the gas and give you a room. I never thought people would want to see or listen to me talk, but they do for some reason. That's what Brenda said.
Hey, you know what I have learned about this community? We all have our ways of doing things and telling things and communicating that makes us unique. And I love watching other channels. I don't have the time to watch as many as I want to, and I try to watch everybody's every single video that I can. So if I don't comment all the time, that don't mean I'm not watching your videos. I used to comment on every single video, but now I just watch them sometimes, and I just don't even. I'll watch them in the background and don't even get to comment.
Grandma's so happy, says my son came home from work and it's been a long day at UPS, laughing out loud. I bet it was for all those Christmas presents.
Yeah.
So I am his listening ear. And Mr. Willie says President Lee is the smartest guy in the world. Grandma's so happy. Christy Betts, how are you?
My daughter and I have been
Many due to car accident recovery we are in today. I had a setback.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had that a couple years ago. Got hit by a drunk, rear-ended.
Honey, don't say that. He was drunk. You don't know if he is a drunk.
Okay, well, he was drunk that time.
Sometimes he's not politically correct.
Never will be.
But he is who he is, and I love him in spite of it. Hunter, it says 601.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I went over 600.
Everyone needs to get in on Pete's Little Homestead collaboration about old Christmas in the past. That'd be a good one, Brenda. When is that? Yeah, I need to get some sleep, Mr. Willie. You're right.
I'm gonna do the collaboration on the 10 questions, but I have to look back and get all the questions. Unless you want to text them to me or email them to me, Miss Teresa, because I didn't write them down whenever you guys was doing them, and I didn't write them down for anybody else's that I saw doing them.
Christy says I'm not politically correct either.
And Brenda, has anybody asked you to do that collaboration? The 10 questions?
It's up now, says Brenda. I'm going to go get me some Tylenol and stress my neck if I'm going to get on a collaboration. All right, folks. You going to go?
Yeah. We need to get some rest because I'm going to have him up early in the morning. I've got to be at therapy at 7:30, and I'm going to make his breakfast and everything, and he's going to feed the animals while I'm gone. So, and then whenever I get back, we'll get on the fence. So have a great evening, y'all. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Bye now.
What does that say? It's wonderful that we are just normal people that are not perfect. That is what community is all about. We are a jigsaw puzzle.
Thank you, Grandma. That's cool.
Pieces, but make a pretty picture. Yeah.
Yep. Y'all have a blessed night and a great weekend, okay? See you next week. Bye.
End.